Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you all an update to my Battleguard Yugioh deck profile for April 2025. Wanted to update the Battleguard deck. This is one of the more fun decks for cards that were taken from original cards that Joey used in the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And we've got a bunch of more cards, including some cards that were used by even some Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 characters, getting a couple exclusive cards for the TCG a while back for the Battleguard archetype, which focuses on just level 5 warrior monsters for the main premise for a good number of plays that we can do with the Battleguard deck. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the Battleguard monsters, the original two being Swamp and Lava Battleguard, we're running 3 copies of each. So 3 Swamp Battleguard, it gains 500 attack for each Lava Battleguard you control. So just more of a power boost for more or less the other copies of the other Battleguard that we run, being Lava Battleguard with the same effect, gaining 500 attack for each Swamp Battleguard you control. So just having an attack boost for each of these cards if they are both on the field, but they're both needed for some of the other plays we run in the deck, including making use of our Battleguard Cadet. I definitely think it'd be very cool if we just continue to get different Battleguards in the upcoming booster sets. So I guess we'll have to see if we can get another one. There was a definite big gap between Swamp and Lava Battleguard and Battleguard King, and then another big gap between Battleguard Cadet and Battleguard King. But with the use of Battleguard Cadet, all Battleguard monsters you control gain 500 attack. You can only use each of the following effects of Cadet once per turn. If it's normal or special summon, you can add 1 Feast of the Wild level 5s from your deck to your hand. You contribute this card to special summon 1 level 8 warrior monster from your hand. So this is meant to get out your Battleguard King, but also meant to be able to search out the Feast of the Wild level 5 spell that we use to special summon out more or less Swamp and Lava Battleguard from our hand onto the field also. We're also running 3 copies of the said boss monster, Battleguard King. Once per turn, you contribute any number of warrior-type monsters except this card for each tributed monster. This card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase this turn. So if you tribute your other 2 Battleguards that are on the field with this card, you can then have enough attack points for your Battleguard King to potentially swing into your opponent for enough battle damage for game if they, don't have any monsters obviously on the field, but there are some other cards we can use to clear out those monsters in this deck for a 9k total damage against your opponent. Some of the other warrior monsters we run that definitely do help with just setting up more of a monster presence on the field, being 3 copies of Super Quantum Red Layer. Its main effect is just for the special summon play, because if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So just giving you another level 5 warrior monster on the field, and also just another option for a tribute for a warrior monster for our Battleguard King as well. The same premise with the last of the warrior monsters we run being 1 overlay booster and 2 copies of Amazoness War Chief. I like War Chief, but it also restricts you for your attacks, so it's more or less just a setup for some of your other extra deck plays that you can go into, because you can use War Chief as an overlay to then go into cards like Volgasaurus, and even though you can't attack, you can still inflict some burn damage thanks to the Succeeds monster. Overlay booster also having a special summon play if you have a monster with 2,000 or more attack. So if you want to, you could always decrease the number of Amazoness War Chief and just run more copies of Overlay Booster. The good thing about War Chief, though, is that she is a level 5 Earth monster, so you can search it out with cards like Battleguard Echoes, just being able to search a level 5 Earth Warrior with this continuous spell. And then for the rest of the main deck monsters, just a small hand trap lineup, because a good part of the monster lineup has to be, made use of for the actual Battleguard setup with our Battleguard King. So just 3 Ash Blossom, along with the 3 impermanents we'll be running for the trap lineup. For the spells, 3 copies of Battleguard Echoes. When it's activated, you can add 1 level 5 warrior Earth monster from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. Once per turn, if a monster is returned from the field to the hand, even during the damage step, you can activate 1 of these effects to add 1 Battleguard Rage or Battleguard Howling from your deck to your hand, or change 1 face-up monster on the field to face-down defense. You go and activate 1 Battleguard Echoes per turn, but being able to search out our other 2 traps that we run in the deck is a big help with this card as well, being able to use the added bounce power from the field to the hand also for this play, and then being able to also make make use of the added search power for those cards we run in the deck as well, with another one of those cards being the searched card off of Battleguard Cadet. 2 copies of Feast of the Wild level 5, special summon up to 2 level 5 warrior monsters from your hand and or graveyard, but their effects are negated. Also for the rest of this turn, they cannot attack, so the card that we sent off of Echoes to the graveyard could be summoned back thanks to the spell. We're running 2 copies of Feast of the Wild level 5 just for the fact that it can be searched off of Cadet. If you want to run a 3rd copy of this card, you could always drop one of the 1-ofs that we run for our spells, including the 1 Foolish Burial, the 1 Call by the Grave, the 1 Reinforcements of the Army to search out the Cadet, the 1 Monster Reborn, the 1 Ready Fusion for an additional level 5 fusion option, and the 1 1-for-1 to be able to once again grab the Cadet for its search and just being a level 1 monster. For the traps, we run 3 copies of Battleguard Howling. When a warrior-type monster is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of that face-up monster you target that stack. And if you do, return to the hand. So the return to the hand play that we mentioned before comes in the form of our Battleguard Howling. When a monster is returned from the field to the hand, even during the damage step, you can activate one of these effects. So having the option to then add an additional Battleguard Howling or our other trap, Battleguard Rage as well. For with Battleguard Rage, which we're also just running 2 copies of, since it is a continuous trap, activate this card by targeting 1 warrior monster type you control. It gains 1,000 attack. Monsters destroyed by battle with it are returned to the hand instead of going to the graveyard. And when the monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So just an additional power boost for our warrior monsters, having that boosted power to then be able to bounce those cards back to our opponent's hand and then just gain more of a search off of the Battleguard Echoes also. And then the rest of the main deck consists of the 1 copy of Rivalry of Warlords. Since we're just running warrior monsters for the majority of the monsters in the main deck anyway, this card just helps to limit what our opponent can do. And 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. As I said, also just a small hand trap lineup to go with the Ash Blossoms that we run in the main deck also. For the extra deck, we're running 1 copy of Ferocious Flame Swordsman, having a variety of warrior monsters to be able to go into in the extra deck also. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Mrs. Radiant, the 1 Asa the Earth Charmer Removable, the 1 Donner Dagger for Hire, 1 Bujinki Asashima, and then also the 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Haggard Lizardos, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, the 1 Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, and then the 1 Access Code Talker for the rest of the Link monsters, with our Xyz monsters being the 1 copy of number 61 Volcasaurus, the 1 Zenmao, and then the 1 Sky Thunder, with our only fusion monster being the Ready Fusion target, Giltia the D-Knight, for the Warrior level 5 option also. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, as I said, Battleguard Cadet definitely does help to search and set up a good majority of our plays. Sadly, we cannot search it off of Echoes, but we can use Echoes to grab an additional level 5 monster, which we can use to grab our Battleguard monster of choice as well. Then if we normal summon out our Battleguard Cadet, you can add 1 Feast of the Wild level 5s from your deck to your hand. If you used your Echoes to potentially search out another Battleguard you didn't have, you can send that other one to the graveyard, because then with the Feast of the Wild level 5, you can use this card to activate and then special summon the 2 warrior monsters from your hand or graveyard, summoning back your 2 Lava and Swamp Battle Guards to the field as well. And then from here, having the tribute option for the Cadet to summon out our Battleguard King to the field. Then you have the added use of tributing both of those monsters to boost the attack times for our Battleguard King on the field. It is the main play that you go for this deck, just needing the 3 cards I mentioned before to start off this initial play. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Just a quick update for a very fun warrior type deck that you can build. And until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira, Twig out.